It feels like it was only yesterday. I was watching Survivor Series 2003, back in 2003. I want to say I was 13 years old, and I remember it like it was literally yesterday, right? Both Goldberg and Brock Lesnar were both the champions of their respective brand. And now here we are, almost 17 years later, and both Brock Lesnar and now Bill Goldberg are champions once again of their respective brands. My oh my, how things just stay the same. This is your WWE Outlaw Mud Show. I'm sorry, your WWE Super Showdown 2020 review. And I know I am late. I know I'm like a day late, obviously. And I know a lot of YouTubers, a lot of podcasters that I listen to and I respect for their point of view and stuff like that already gave their point of view on the show. And honestly, the last thing I'm going to probably be is another YouTuber, another podcaster, just once again, just giving their voice and opinion on the show. I know a lot of people who are angry. I know a lot of people that are upset. I know a lot of people that are saying right now, you know what? After what we saw at Super Showdown with Bill Goldberg beating The Fiend, how The Fiend is ruined, this and that, I am canceling my WrestleMania weekend plans. I've seen it on Twitter literally yesterday. To those people, I say this. You know what? If you're going to cancel your WrestleMania plans, one, that's stupid. Completely stupid. However, if you are going to be about it, right? If you're not going to pussy out on it, why not give me the tickets? Give me your WrestleMania weekend tickets. Hey, I would not mind going to WrestleMania for the fourth time, even though I did say last year that I'm retired from going to WrestleMania. I don't mind going to TakeOver Tampa. I don't mind going to the Hall of Fame. I don't mind going to SmackDown in Tampa. I don't mind going to Raw. Hell, I don't mind going to GCW and part of their GCW collective. I don't mind going to Bloodsport. I'm just saying. But that's what I saw literally yesterday on Twitter, or the traditional hashtag cancel my WWE network. How many times have we heard people say, oh, I am canceling my network? No, you're not. Shut the fuck up. You're not. That's not going to solve anything at the end of the fucking day. The people that are saying too that they're not going to watch WrestleMania, yes, you fucking are. Who the fuck are you kidding? Okay? I see people say, oh, I'm done with WWE. That's my favorite one. I'm done with WWE. I'm done with it. Bullshit. You're going to watch SmackDown tonight to see what the fuck is going to happen with Goldberg, with John Cena, and all that stuff. And you're going to watch everything leading up to the road to WrestleMania. So again, it's IWC Hypocrisy 101. Listen, do I think that Super Showdown was a great show? Fuck no. Am I going to sit here and be like, oh my god, this was the worst show that I've seen? Absolutely not. This show honestly was depressing as all hell. This was, and I said this on my prediction, and I guarantee you again, I am not the only podcaster, I am not the only YouTuber that's saying this shit. This is for WWE, their Outlaw Mud Show. Bullshit event. It's like Saudi Arabia is the side bitch that they just cannot help but, again, just try to stick their dick into it, if you will. That is Saudi Arabia for WWE. And they're locked again for the next 10 fucking years. And guess what? Vince McMahon is counting his money right now. He's probably back on a plane counting his money. Even though there's a report that I heard, apparently per CNN, where they're not allowing flights to leave Saudi Arabia because of the coronavirus. Or the coronavirus, or the fuck you want to call it. That's crazy. And if that's true, boy oh boy, today will be a very interesting episode of SmackDown Live. I thought overall, like I said, it was a depressing show. Everything on this show just felt very, very house show feel. But I get it though. I understand. If you're someone that's in Saudi Arabia that was at the show, this was like a fucking big deal. So they were happy. The people that were in the building or in the stadium, what have you, right? They were happy. The same way when WWE goes to the UK or they go to Europe, right? For the Europeans, holy crap, they don't get WWE live every single week like we do in the States. See, sometimes, yes, for as bad as a product that they are at times, we at times take shit for granted. We get them every single week when they come to your town. They don't. So when they show up to that country, to that town, to that city, they fucking make a big deal out of it and they go crazy. So for that, I guarantee you they had the time of their fucking lives in that building. But again, there's people that are going to tell you this was a good show. I don't know how. There's people that will say, oh, this show sucked. Again, depends on what side of the bed you're on. But that's my humble opinion, guys. Give me your thoughts in the comment threads below. Your thoughts on all of this, what happened with Super Showdown, Sweet Saudi Money 5. I know Salmash was calling it that and all that shit. Remember, what the Saudi Prince wants is what he gets at the end of the day, right? With Goldberg beating The Fiend in like 2 minutes in one of the worst matches that I've seen. But at the same time, though, I don't consider this show like the worst event I've seen. I've seen worse over the years. May I remind you all of Battleground 2017? Just saying. If you are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button down below. Give the video a big old thumbs up. Share the podcast throughout your entire social media. You can follow me on Twitter at HeelSteven. Around the Point, in case you guys don't know, is available on all major podcasting platforms like Apple Podcasts. If you have Apple Podcasts, please give the 5-star rating, give us a review. It does help out the podcast in the long run. We're also available on Stitcher Radio, TuneIn Radio, Google Podcasts, Anchor, and also over at Spotify. So if you have these platforms, you can listen to Around the Point on the go. This podcast is being sponsored by Anchor. Anchor is the official sponsor of Around the Point. And listen, I know a lot of you out there that want to start a podcast, but you just don't know how to do it. Let me tell you guys, Anchor is the way to go. Anchor.fm. If you, again, are someone that wants to get into podcasting, this is the way to go. First and foremost, Anchor.fm is free. Yeah, it's free. I know a lot of people out there that go to Podbean or all the other podcasting sites and they pay money a month and it's like a shitload of money. Who the hell does not love free? My dad always said, if it's free, it's for me. And I can see why now, all these years as I'm older now. So again, it's free. It's awesome. Anchor.fm has the best editing tools available for you, whether you're on your computer or on your mobile device. I can't tell you guys how many times I've had to edit Around the Point on the go on my phone. And it's so easy to use if you have an iPhone, even if you have a Galaxy phone. It's so easy to use. Anchor also helps you distribute your podcast to all podcasting platforms, like I mentioned, like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher Radio, and so on and so forth. And everything about it, again, it's so amazing. So again, guys, if you want to start your own podcast, Anchor.fm is the way to go. And head over to the App Store on Apple devices, or if not, on Google Play, if you have a Galaxy phone or an Android. Or if not, go to Anchor.fm and start your podcasting now. All right, let's get into Sweet Saudi Money, Super Showdown, right? Like I said, I'm looking at the card here. And again, overall, this show is depressing as all hell. I welcome your thoughts. I know there was a kickoff show that I did not watch at all. It was the OC versus the Viking Raiders of Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows versus Eric and Ivar. Ivar missed a top rope moonsault, allowing the Good Brother to hit the Magic Killer and win the match. Again, I didn't watch this match, so I didn't really care for it. So there's that. They kick off the show. Keep this in mind. The show is happening live at 12 p.m. noon yesterday here on the East Coast. So I watched like the first hour and then I went to sleep, because I had work at 3 o'clock, so I wanted to at least get a couple hours of sleep in before I go to work. So I caught the rest of the show, and I came back home from work around 9 p.m. So just keep that in mind, hence why this review is late. We had the gauntlet match, right, for the prestigious 2-week mountain trophy. Apparently, it's a mountain that symbolizes strength and triumph. And this match, honestly, again, it was one of those things where it's just like, okay, it's a gimmick match to honor the people in Saudi Arabia, so why the fuck not? You had R-Truth start off with Bobby Lashley. In some weird way, R-Truth got the win. And then out came Andrade, the same Andrade that was suspended for like a month, right? The U.S. champion, if you will, came out, got some attacks on R-Truth as well. But in some miracle, R-Truth beats Andrade. In some miracle. Eric Rowan then comes out. He gets disqualified. Apparently, they hit the cage and he got disqualified. So R-Truth's on a roll here, right? Like, holy crap. The one person I did not expect to be on some momentum in this match. But then again, you got to remember, after the show, they aired a 24 special on R-Truth, which I did not watch yet. I will talk about it sometime this weekend on another installment of Around the Point. But again, I get why you were giving R-Truth some momentum. And then out came AJ Styles. And what do you know? Styles took out R-Truth with the submission, right? The calf crusher for the submission. But again, the story here is R-Truth held his own for so long, as silly as it was. And then out came, it was supposed to be Rey Mysterio, but Mysterio never showed up, right? They played the music twice. You see Mysterio getting beat up by the Good Brother. His Styles was smiling. He wanted the referee to crown him the winner because Mysterio didn't come out. And then you see the monitor again, and you see the Good Brothers being attacked, or they were attacked, if you will. And you see the boots and the jacket, and you know who it was, The Undertaker. The lights went out, the gong. And here's the one thing about it, okay? For as old as Taker is, his entrance always will be amazing. Whether you're there in person at a WrestleMania, or in this case, you're in Saudi Arabia, that entrance alone is worth the price of admission. I'm sorry, but it is. Once the bell hits, though, it goes downhill. So Taker comes out, people are chanting for Undertaker, and Taker hits one choke slam in his gear, right, with the jacket, the hat on, hits a choke slam, and pins AJ Styles for the 1-2-3. I could be upset about this because, oh my God, it was a terrible choke slam, right? And it's AJ Styles of all fucking people. But at the same time, there's been rumors that, hey, it's Taker versus Styles at WrestleMania, right? That's the match they want to do, and they're planting the seeds. Holy crap, that whole article about the WrestleMania changes is fucking true. Holy shit. It's crazy. It's fucking insane when you think about it, right? So Taker with one move wins the aggro crack. That's what it fucking looked like. If you ever watched Nickelodeon Guts back in the 90s, you know what I'm talking about. And that's the match. That was the fucking match, if you will. Again, nothing to go crazy about. It just really wasn't, again, anything crazy, like I said, other than, hey, R-Truth held his own, but Taker showed up, and now we're planning the match for WrestleMania between Styles and Undertaker. We have The New Day defending the SmackDown Tag Team Championships versus The Miz and John Morrison. The match was okay for what it was worth. Something you would have seen on television, honestly. I'm surprised of the result, especially in Saudi Arabia. But then again, hey, you want to give them a title change? If there's any title to change hands, in Saudi Arabia, let this be the one. That's it. But they couldn't help themselves. WWE could not fucking help themselves. God damn it. God fucking damn it. John Morrison used a steel chair, which allowed Miz to roll up Kingston. And with a handful of tights, they won the SmackDown Tag Team Championship. This is the first time in 11 years that both Miz and Morrison have won a pair of WWE Tag Team titles. So that's cool to see in some weird way, shape, or form. It's fine. Leading into WrestleMania, see what happens. I predict that they will have the ladder match for the tag titles, probably, likely, who knows. We have Angel Garza versus Humberto Carrillo. This match honestly bored the fuck out of me. I'll say this, Angel Garza is amazing. We all know that already. The guy he just screams star. Future Latin star, right? I said this before and I'll say it again. I just can't help myself, right? And Humberto Carrillo, yes, he can go all the fuck you want. But even that, he just doesn't do it for me. He doesn't. And again, these guys had better matches in the past. I know that for a fact. But for the Saudi crowd, they ate this up. This was awesome. All the fuck you want. There was a series of pins, if you will, and reversals. But eventually, Angel Garza picked up the win, like we all expected. This Monday night on Raw is going to be Angel Garza and Andrade versus Humberto Carrillo and Rey Mysterio. So I look forward to seeing how they're going to make a twist, if you will, or twist the pot, or the plot, if you will, with Andrade and Garza. Because eventually Garza's going to turn on Andrade, and Andrade will become a babyface, which nobody wants to see, but we'll see what happens with that. We then have the match for the Raw Tag Team Championships. We have Seth Rollins and Murphy and the Monday Night Messiah, Seth Rollins, versus the Street Profits. Nothing really big here, honestly. Just a back and forth match. Again, a match you would have seen on television, if you will, right? I guarantee you, though, on Monday, because they're in Brooklyn, there will be a rematch. Yes, there will be a fucking rematch. I guarantee you it. Of Rollins and Murphy versus the Street Profits. And likely, the Profits will get their win. Because why the fuck not? That's what I see happening. But I could be wrong on it. We'll see. But here in this match, Rollins delivered a stomp on Angelo Dawkins on the ring apron, while the referee's back was turned, allowing Murphy to pin Dawkins to win the match. At least they're both Buddy Murphy and Rollins, right? I can't help to call him Buddy Murphy, right? They're matching, so they look like a tag team at least, which is cool, fine. We then had your mandatory Mansoor match. Holy shit, they made Mansoor feel like a fucking $1,000,000. They made Mansoor feel like he's the biggest fucking deal in the WWE. And this is the shit that pissed me off. Okay? It's all reliable versus all reliable. Mansoor versus Dolph fucking Ziggler. And listen, this match, is it anything to cry home about? No. Okay? But I get what they're trying to do. Here's Mansoor from Saudi Arabia, right? Make him a big fucking deal. Again, this is the same Mansoor that won the 50-man battle royal. This is the same guy that fucking ate Cesaro, right? You fed him to Cesaro, right? Cesaro was fed to Mansoor, right? And now here we go. He's facing Dolph Ziggler, and every single time they go to Saudi Arabia, they make it seem like, oh, this is a big deal. The first Mansoor in front of his home country, in front of his fans, right? But yet again, they don't give a shit about him. It's not like this guy is screaming on the main roster. It's not like he's out there on NXT and killing it right now with the crop of talent that they have right now on Wednesday nights. He's not. Hell, I'm not even sure if Mansoor is even in Evolve. I know Evolve has this working relationship with NXT. I don't even hear anything of Mansoor going to Evolve. And if he is, that's great. But god damn it, yo, can we please stop with this whole notion that Mansoor is this big fucking deal, right? And what do you think happened, right? Mansoor beats Ziggler. And you know what? I'm not gonna cap. No cap. I thought the finisher was a very good move, right? The fucking reversed sliced bread DDT, which Mansoor hit on Ziggler, and Ziggler ate like $1,000,000, and then Mansoor does a fucking moonsault that hit both his knees, land on Ziggler's ribs. He could have literally broken Ziggler's ribs here in this match, right? And then you have Byron Saxton come out there to interview, a post-match interview, again, to make it seem like it's a big deal. How this is amazing. Again, he's in Saudi Arabia. But again, this is not the first time. This is not the fucking first time he's been in Saudi Arabia. Again, oh, it's a big deal in front of his country, in front of his crowd. Hello? He's been out there already. Just saying. And he cut his promo in his native tongue, and then he cuts it in English, talking about how Rehab were here to stay, and holy shit, it's likely they're there to stay. Because apparently, from what I hear, like I said earlier in the podcast, per CNN, they're stuck from what it looks like. And I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong on that one. And he's talking again about support and how they fueled them. But again, this is the same generic promo that he's cut every single time he's in Saudi Arabia. And I said this on Twitter. WWE, if you really want to piss off the people, you thought this was bad? You thought Goldberg beating The Fiend was pissing people off? Fuck no, bruh. Y'all motherfuckers got the whole game twisted. You want to piss off people? Let me tell you how you do it, WWE. At the next Saudi show, the next Saudi, Sweet Saudi Money 6. Oh shit, let's make this quick. You do Mansoor versus Brock Lesnar for the WWE Championship. And let Mansoor win. That's how you piss people off. That's how you piss off all these dorks that are so upset. They're canceling the network. They're done with WWE, but they're going to be watching tonight. They'll be watching on Monday, right? Just saying. That's how you do it. But again, no one gives a fuck about Mansoor. Just saying. Mansoor is the Roman Reigns of Saudi Arabia. Just saying. We then had the WWE Championship match. Oh boy, you can just tell how I went off on that with Mansoor. God damn it, yo. Does the fucker even have merch? I'm just saying. Does he even have merch in Saudi Arabia? Anyway, we go to the WWE Championship match. We have Brock Lesnar versus Ricochet. And you know what's funny? I said this leading up to this event, right? How it's stupid that Ricochet's getting the match. And people were telling me, oh, you know what? It should be a fun match. Ricochet is going to, make Brock feel like $1 million. Brock works very well with the small guys, right? But let's be real about it. Ricochet is a talented performer, all the fuck you want, but he's not a Finn Balor. He's not an AJ Styles. He's not a Seth Rollins. He's not up there in that upper echelon. Or hell, not even a fucking Daniel Bryan. So we get the match, right? They played a video package hyping up Ricochet, how this is his dream, his one moment that he's been waiting for, right? The opportunity to headline WrestleMania. He comes out, he's wearing shorts, because it's hot as fucking Saudi Arabia, by the way. The bell rings, Ricochet goes to run for a dropkick. Brock just, like a bug, just slaps him off like a bug and shit. And just a one-sided beatdown. No offense at all by Ricochet. Not one fucking offense at all. And people will say, oh, you should give this a chance, Steven. What fucking chance? What fucking chance? A fucking squash. And I laugh. I ain't gonna lie to you guys. You have no idea how much I was laughing when the match was over. It's so fucking funny. Hilarious. Bro, literally, Lesnar made Ricochet his bitch. He literally pulled Ricochet's shorts down and let him have it from the back. And there's not a goddamn thing Ricochet could have done about it. And like I said in my prediction, like I said, leading up to this match, yes, Ricochet will be conquered. He'll be tortured, right? He'll be fed to Brock. But at the end of the day, that motherfucker gonna be making that sweet Saudi money. Fucker got paid. It is what it is. Brock won with the F5. He retains. And now he goes on to WrestleMania to face Drew McIntyre, which I'm surprised Drew wasn't even there. But there's that. We then had the steel cage match between Roman Reigns and King Corbin. And this match just was dreadful. It was there. Your typical cage match. Not to go crazy about it. They were fighting on top of the cage. Roman had the key. Just back and forth. Eventually, though, there's a moment where Roman Reigns had a chain wrapped around his fist and hit a Superman punch on King Corbin for the win. So, of course, Roman got the win, and this is the end, right? Again, the cage match in wrestling means it's the end, it's over with, we move on. That's what it means, right? But God damn it, I predict that tonight on SmackDown, we're going to get a rematch. Roman Reigns and King Corbin. Oh, yes, what the people been dying to see. Especially with the results of the main event between Goldberg and The Fiend and the rumors going around with Roman Reigns. Oh, yes, I cannot wait. We had the SmackDown Women's Championship match, Bayley versus Naomi. Bayley being the first woman to defend her Women's Championship in Saudi Arabia. They made a big deal out of it, sort of. They were wearing, again, just like Lacey Evans and Natalya a couple months ago at Crown Jewel. They were clothing that reminded me of housewives, just cleaning the house. Right? Then again, I know that because they're in Saudi Arabia, the laws are different. They have to dress a certain way. But come on. You mean to tell me they had to wear those crappy T-shirts? I'm just saying, it made them look like housewives. That clean the house, that clean the kitchen, that do all this shit while their husbands are at work. That's what they look like. And I'm not trying to knock on anybody. I'm just stating the fact. The match was there. Again, Naomi beat Carmella this past week on SmackDown to get this match. And Bayley trapped Naomi's feet through the baggy T-shirt. Yeah, the T-shirt was so big and baggy that Naomi had her leg trapped because of Bayley. And in all of this, right, she hit a Rose Plant DDT finish to retain her champ. So Bayley retains, right, as I expected. And now for WrestleMania, do you do Bayley and Sasha? I hope you do. You might add Naomi. You might have her added in there for the sake of just adding her in there. But that's just for her to eat the pin. But we'll see. But again, this match was nothing to go crazy about. I thought it was clever the way she won, but whatever. Again, you got now that women can wrestle in Saudi Arabia. Cool, awesome. Now what? We then get, oh boy, the main event. The match that people are so upset about. The match that people are so angry. They're punching their walls. They're They're pulling down their poster. I can imagine a kid behind the camera broke his television, his PS4, and shit like that. I can imagine it, right? Bill Goldberg versus The Fiend Bray Wyatt for the Universal Championship. Listen, you all knew what was going to happen. When the news came out that all the changes for WrestleMania was happening, instead of it being The Fiend and Roman, now going to be Roman and Goldberg, and The Fiend and John Cena, right? In the back of your mind, like, you had this hope. Like, you had this little bit of hope, like, oh my God, hopefully it doesn't happen. Hopefully, the reports that Dave Meltzer put out there is false. You hope and you pray to the wrestling gods. But no, they literally had their plans to a fucking T. They did. Goldberg comes out, so does The Fiend. They had a stare-off. There was a spear as Bray was taking off his jacket. A spear, and another spear. Go for the near fall. The Fiend hits the mandible claw. Goldberg gets out of it. A spear, and another one. Another mandible claw. Then a jackhammer that Goldberg did is like the most sloppiest jackhammer you'll ever see. And Goldberg, in his 50, I believe age 53, I could be wrong on this one. Let me check this out real quick as I'm talking about this, right? Bill Goldberg is now your new WWE Universal Champion. Goldberg at age 53 is your new WWE Universal Champion. And people, again, are upset. The Fiend's been ruined. The Fiend's been put in the shit. Here's the thing about it, okay? Yes, did the result make sense? No, absolutely not. In a perfect scenario, The Fiend would have won. And it will make it even worse, okay? Goldberg is celebrating with the belt. The blue belt, right? The fucking blue title. He's having up in the air. He's celebrating with it and all. And the next thing you fucking know, The Fiend gets up like nothing happened. And you think he's going to attack Goldberg. But instead, the lights go out and The Fiend's away. You have Goldberg just celebrating with the crowd. People were booing, obviously. People were chanting bullshit, believe it or not. But there's that. Goldberg is now the fucking Universal Champion. Goldberg is now the Universal Champion for the second time. For the second time, God damn it. Now listen, you can make the argument that with the report of them potentially going to ESPN Plus for their pay-per-views, right? ESPN may want a legitimate guy or someone with a name or someone that looks like a badass to be their champion, right? Going into WrestleMania, maybe it's a Fox move. Who the fuck knows, depending on who you talk to. But at the same time, you know what I've seen people on Twitter say as well? Oh, I am done with WWE. I can't wait for Saturday night for real wrestling, right? AEW, Revolution. But yeah, let's not forget, there's a guy in his 50s who's their world champion as well. And spare me but Jericho is still good. He can still go. It doesn't change the fact that Jericho's in his 50s. I'm just saying, he's going to wrestle a guy who's wearing a fucking eye patch. Just saying. I'm just saying. Okay? And honestly, again, I'm just amazed. I'm just amazed. I am in shock that they stuck to this plan to a fucking T. Literally to a fucking T. Everything about this leading up to WrestleMania. Again, WrestleMania is in a couple of weeks. That's crazy. And the fact that Brock Lesnar and Bill Goldberg are going in as champions. Who the fuck saw this one coming? I know I didn't. But that's indeed around the point. Guys, give me your thoughts in the comment thread below if you're watching this on YouTube, or if you're listening to this on the podcasting platforms such as Apple Podcasts, Stitcher Radio, TuneIn, Google Podcast, or over at Anchor or Spotify. Give me your thoughts on Twitter at HeelSteven. Again, if you have these podcasting platforms on your mobile devices, or wherever it is that they listen to podcasts, give us a follow. If you're on Apple Podcasts, give us the 5-star review and all that fun stuff. It does help out the show in the long run. We have merch. That's right. The official DorkMania T-Shirt as we are heading into WrestleMania season. I know a lot of you that will be traveling to Tampa that are still left, if you will, right? That have not canceled your plans yet. They'll be traveling to Tampa for the event. And why not rep around the point in DorkMania style? Link is in the description box below. It's available in all sizes and it ships all over the world. Head over to Teespring right now and get yourself the DorkMania T-Shirt. Also, again, the show is available, like I said, on all podcasting platforms, and as well, the show Around the Point is available over at okfabe.com. You guys can listen to the OKFabe Random Wrestling Podcast every single Sunday at 9 p.m. over at Fight TV. This week, Connor is interviewing arguably one of the best interviewers right now in the entire IWC, the one, the only Chris Van Vliet. So make sure you guys go check that out when it drops this Sunday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time over at Fight.tv. And like I said, tomorrow being Revolution, there will be a live review. I am missing the first hour, but the review will still take place. Myself, we have Chase, Big Mike, Walter, the whole crew is back, and all that fun stuff, all right? Thank you all for watching. Thank you for listening. If you are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button down below. And as always, hate, comment, and subscribe. This has been your Outlaw Mud Show, Super Showdown, WWE. Loving that Arab money. This has been Around the Point.